Are you planning a road trip with your kids this year? A road trip can be so much fun if you make it fun. The destination you expect to be great, but you can also expect the journey to be just as good. And we're going to look at some of the best things to listen to with your kids while you're on a road trip. Now, before you take this trip, make sure you have the insurance coverage you need to be fully protected. And I have a way for you to save money while getting the insurance you need. You're going to want to go to audioinsurance.org, and they have a free comparison tool at the top of all of their pages. You'll enter your zip code, get quotes, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. And then you could take those savings and put them towards getting some of these audiobooks. You can also check out audiobooks from the library. There are also online libraries where you can check out audiobooks. There's a lot of different resources, but we're going to look at some of the best recommendations for audiobooks and podcasts. We'll start with audiobooks. Audioinsurance.org has this great resource here. You might want to jot down the site. It is audioinsurance.org, Best Kid Audiobooks for Road Trips. And then you can come back to this as a resource for deciding what audiobooks to get. So first on the list, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. A really great classic that the whole family will enjoy. It's not the kind of thing where it's playing and the kids are liking it and you're losing your mind because it's so annoying. No, this is something that everybody can enjoy. A Wrinkle in Time, another good old classic. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Book 1. And of course, we can say, along with Book 1, let's look at all of the books. Once you get started, it's hard to stop. So you're going to want to read them all. The Hobbit. The Hobbit, of course, if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, you know that goes before the Lord of the Rings stories. And The Hobbit was actually written for children. So it is an easier read. It is an easier book for kids to follow along with. And it is a great one. The Lightning Thief. For Everywhere. Matilda is a really great one. One of my kids' favorite books. They listen to that over and over again. I have 6 kids, so I know a thing about good audiobooks. Charlotte's Web, classic. How to Train Your Dragon, a newer book, but really exciting, riveting. Tale of Despereaux, The One and Only Ivan, Mary Poppins, good old classic. Peter and the Starcatchers, Pax, The House at Pooh Corner, The Weirdies, New Kid, The Golden Orchard, The Whispers, and Wonder. Those are all great book suggestions. And let me tell you something kind of cool about newer cars, some newer cars. If you're thinking about renting a car for your trip, you might want to look for a car that has this feature. Or if you're getting a new car, you might want to look at this. Some new cars have a speaker option. That gives you the chance as a parent, not the driving parent, but a parent that is a passenger. You could actually read some of these books to your kids using the speaker option on your car if it has it. And then kids in the back can hear you clearly because the speaker will carry your voice back there and you don't have to yell. It's just a fun side tip for you. And before you take a trip, check your insurance policy. Make sure it's covering you for the types of things you would need coverage for on vacation. Like you might want to look into insurance coverage that would pay for a hotel if your car broke down and you needed a place to stay on your trip. Or you might need to make sure that you have coverage in case you hit a deer. Go to audioinsurance.org, enter your zip code, and get on your way to saving money on your car insurance policy. So these books that are listed here are appropriate for children of all ages. And if you have really much younger children, you might want to look for audiobooks that are tailored. These ones here are longer. They're like chapter books. If you have younger kids, you might want to look for books that are shorter and tailored for that younger age group. But keep in mind that if you're reading a shorter book, you're going to need to be changing more frequently. It's not just going to play. It's going to take some more effort on your part to keep it going. But audiobooks are a great way for kids to use their imagination. They're hearing the story, but they are filling in the picture with their minds. It's a great way for kids to use their minds, better than watching something where everything is being fed to them. And now let's look at some of the best podcasts for kids. You might want on your trip to go back and forth between audiobooks and podcasts. And so these are some great, enjoyable podcasts. You can check out this whole list here. I'll just touch on some of them. Wow in the World, Girl Tales, Spare the Rock, Spoil the Child. That could be a fun one. 5 Minutes with Dad, Story Pirates, What If World, Story Time, Little Stories for Tiny People, Book Club for Kids, Circle Round, Live from Mount Olympus. These podcasts are appropriate for kids to listen to, but they're also exciting for everyone in the family. You might be surprised what you learn from a kid's podcast. Sometimes kids' podcasts are even more enjoyable for parents than adult podcasts, depending on what it's covering and your interests. And then after you listen to these podcasts, you can have an opportunity to talk about the things that you learned and the things that you heard with your kids. So these podcasts and the audiobooks, they're also doors of opportunities of discussion. So you can talk it over with your kids, and sometimes these stories can start you on a great conversation that can be a lot of fun and help pass the time as you're driving. Make sure you go to autoinsurance.org, compare quotes for auto insurance, and see if you could be saving money. So here are some resources of websites for finding audiobooks. And these ones specifically have free audiobooks, which is great because if you've ever looked at audiobooks, you might be surprised. Sometimes they are as expensive, if not more expensive, than a physical book. So anytime that you can get access to free audiobooks, that is a great way to save money. We have here Loyal Books, Open Culture, Digital Book, Overdrive, LibriVox, Lit2Go, Project Gutenberg, Archive, Story Nori, Thought Audio. Some of those offer an endless supply of audiobooks for free, while others offer a certain amount per month, or maybe they have just a limited selection of free audiobooks where you'll have to pay for other, maybe they're more premium titles. And then here, you're probably familiar with a lot of these. These are subscription audiobook resources: Audible, audiobooks.com, Blinkist, BookBeat, Chirp, Downpour, Kobo, Libro, FM, and Scribd. These are options to compare, see if one is a better fit for your family than another. They're all going to have a monthly premium, and then they're going to allow you a certain amount of books per month. So check out the free options, but if there's something you have to have on your playlist for your trip that's not offered for free, then you might want to look at one of these subscription-based options. Make sure that you have car insurance coverage. Make sure your family is protected with car insurance before your trip, and make sure you're not overpaying. Go to autoinsurance.org, enter your zip code, see if you could be saving money. If you learned something, if you got some great ideas for what to listen to on your next road trip with your kids, let me know. If you have some things to add to this in your experience, some favorite books that your family has enjoyed on the road, let us know. What you share can help other people get ideas and enjoy their trip more. So give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends that are planning on taking road trips this summer.